Hello sheep friends, welcome back to BRG. I just finished another video talking about why we aren't going out and just buying more ewes for our sheep operation. It's kind of a two-part series, so in this video I'll talk about why we're not going out and buying a bunch of embryos to implant into our current ewes that we have. Even though I love the Australian whites, we have decided to do a breed up program in a way that we're developing our flock for the Midwest and for our conditions. So let's just dive into it. I'm rambling at this point. So I filmed a video a while back saying that embryos were available. And as much as I would love to do embryo transfer again, we're actually set for this next year. We have our 2 ram lambs. We only will have about 130 ewes, and 40 of those are going to be ewe lambs. So we'll see if they end up being of size to get bred. But a ram should, or once we put out both of the rams, they should be able to cover the 90 ewes that we have. So we're good for this year. We'll figure it out next year, and you guys will just have to watch and see what we do, because I don't know what we're going to do. But I've had a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you go and just buy a bunch of embryos, or, you know, the whole flushing and AIing. And the reason is because we would like to develop these, even though Australia has like a drier climate, and that's where the Australian whites are obviously from. We want these girls to be able to perform in our environment on our ground. And even though our ground is, we have some work to do on our grasses and the soil health. We rotationally graze, but that can only do so much when your ground is depleted and things. So we have lots to improve on that, but these girls are definitely, Ryan always likes to say that they are, they're hardy, and we went through a drought, so he's like, they're drought tested, they're super hardy, because we don't feed them, we supplement a little bit, but we don't feed them high quality stuff. Sorry sheep, I know, it's terrible of us. But yeah, we just want to do it long term, the right way, for selling seed stock in the future. And we've started with a cotton base because parasite resistance was something very, very important to us. And we love our cotons, but they just aren't the same as our F1s. And so we're excited to see the progression from the F1s to the F2s, F3s, all the way up to F5s for ewes. And then the association is, I think, wanting up to F7. And I'm sorry, I don't know the percentage of that. I should know that. But F7s for rams is what I think they're looking at right now. So, yeah, it also isn't financially a good idea for us, I guess. Like taking out or going and buying, 20 embryos at $5.75 for an embryo, and then you have all your drugs and your implantation and all that. It would just add up to a lot. And embryo transfer, like the percentage of them actually taking is, I think 40 to 60%. Yeah, it's a little risky. If you guys haven't seen our video on us getting 6 out of 6, total God thing, I will leave it in the description box below. I hate to have that video up now and have people have a false assumption of how embryo transfer is going to go, because you could buy 6 embryos like we did and only get 1, and that could have been very likely for us, but we were blessed to get 6 for 6. So that's not to say that in the future we might not flush and do that kind of thing. If we find some Australian whites on our own flock and rams that we really like, we might do that in the future. But as of right now, it's not in the cards and something that we want to pursue on our farm. So I hope that makes sense. If you guys have questions, further into that, you can leave them in the comments. And I will, if you haven't watched the other video of why we're not buying more ewes to, you know, like up our sheep numbers, I'll leave that in the description box. That way you guys can go watch that and kind of get the idea of like what our plan is in our head, or why we're doing what we're doing. So okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I got more chores to do, so oh well. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.